Shalom, shalom. I'm Barbara, and I'm always short and sweet. What is New Year's, and why has it been celebrated for 4,000 years? Did you know that Saturn is the pagan god of time, old father time? I'm sure you've heard of him. And the child victim is baby New Year. Early New Year's celebration started 4,000 years ago at Babylon at the time of Nimrod. And it was changed from the spring of the year to January 1st by Julius Caesar when he changed the calendar. So who is Saturn? Saturn was the pagan god to the Romans. He was Kronos to the Greeks. To the Egyptians, he was Kronos or Osiris. Babylonians named him Ninus. Assyrians called him Baal. Phoenicians called him Baal. And so the person from whom these various legends extends is none other than Nimrod, that mighty hunter. And anything to do with Nimrod is idolatry, ancient idolatry. So I'll leave a link below about Nimrod, the sun god. So the Greek Kronos and Roman Saturn were the same god. So as god of the harvest, he always had a sickle. And as Kronos, he had the symbol of the time. And we've often seen him with pictures of holding babies. And also this started usually at the time of Saturnalia. And you can look for the link below about that. But it ended up New Year's Day after Saturnalia, Saturn Day, New Year's Day, January 1. So Saturn is the god of time, and the false priests at that time made the people think that they had to sacrifice their children to make the god of time happy. So Kronos is known and seen as child victims in his arms. So an evil child sacrifice, demanding old man, that's who Saturn is, and Kronos and all those names. And every December, Saturn, the god of time, reappears as old father time, and the child victim is baby New Year's. But do people really know what it all represents? Here's the sickle. Here is baby, child sacrifice, and the symbol of the clock. So Father Time is far more chilling representation here, a picture of him, than what we think of New Year's and New Year's baby as all happy symbolism to us, but really it came from ancient paganism and child sacrifice. Here's a picture in the 1800s. This was baby New Year, 1889. The ones coming up next year, 90 and 91, and those would have the shroud over their face so the parents wouldn't know who the child is. And these are the children that have already been sacrificed. So another way we might look at Saturn is he's also known as the Grim Reaper. We don't think about that. We only think about that at Halloween time. But very few, if any, know that the Grim Reaper is Father Time. So, but in ancient times, they would have recognized him both as being Grim Reaper and Saturn. So when is the New Year? Well, we know in the earliest church history there was no celebrations of Christmas and New Year's. We can look it up in the Catholic Encyclopedia about the invincible day of the sun, the birthday of the sun, when the sun was dying and being born again at the time of the winter solstice. And that's why they started celebrating January 1 as the beginning of the New Year. But is January 1 the beginning of the New Year, or is it the month of Passover? Jehovah said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, "This month shall be for you the beginning of months. It should be the first month of the year for you." And that is the first month of the year is usually in the spring around April, and that is the month when we have Passover. So we have paganism here on our calendar with January 1st. That is not the month the Father designated as the beginning of our year. So for more information about Saturnalia, there's a YouTube link below. and also about Nimrod, the sun god. And that's in the one about the Queen of Heaven, and I hope you look up the one about Janus. So we know that Yah said the first month of the year was in the spring. So like if this was a blessing to you, and share with your friends that love Yeshua. And I hope you look for all these links below. I'm going to leave them below for you. And remember, I'm always short and sweet, and I'll be back next time. And I hope you enjoyed this YouTube, and we'll go and watch the links. So thank you for listening in.